top 2 techniques of how to use the Dasha. There are 9 Dashas which are available, and these are Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Jupiter in a particular order. But many people get very confused about how to make their Dasha better, how to make their Dasha which is very, very happy, interesting, peaceful and growth oriented across. Now, the Dasha can be broadly divided into Malefic Dasha and Benefic Dasha. The Malefic Dasha are Saturn, Mars, Rahu, Ketu. The Benefic Dashas are Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, Sun and Moon. So there are 4 Malefic Dashas, there are 5 Benefic Dashas. Now, the first most important thing is align with the particular Devata of the particular Dasha. Suppose you are having Sun Dasha, align it with the Sun God. If you are having Moon Dasha, align it with the Moon God. If you are having Mars Dasha, align it with the Lord Subramanya. If you are having Mercury Dasha, align it with Mahavishnu. If you are having Jupiter Dasha, align it with Dakshinamurti. Whatever is your Dasha, you align it. If it is Saturn, align it with Shiva. If it is Ketu, align it with Vinayaka. And if it is Rahu, align it with Sarpa. So this is a very, very important indicator for a good Dasha or a bad Dasha. In a good Dasha, people will be able to align themselves with that particular Devata, and this will not have a majorly a negative impact into people's life across. For example, there was a guy who was running Venus Dasha across, and he was very, very confused. He was having a lot of problem. I asked him, do you worship a Malefic Devata? He said, yes, I am actually worshipping Sun God, Bhairav God, and I am having a lot of issues with regard to that. So I told him, no, it is better you worship the Venus, the Mahalakshmi itself. You would be able to be successful into your life. After a few months, he came back and he told me, what you said was 100% correct. I was able to change my life. My life has become into 360-degree change because I am running that particular Dasha. In fact, I was doing the opposite of that. I was using all the Ugra Devata mantra, and I was finding it very, very difficult to go about it. So, whatever is the Dasha, use that particular Devata to worship, go to that particular temple, align with that particular direction. This will help you to have a better time as far as your life is concerned. Many people try to do the Devata which is opposite. For example, there was a guy who was in the Rahu Dasha, was doing Bala Tripura Sundari mantra, and he found it very, very difficult to get going in his life. He had a lot of up and down swings. He had a lot of problem across. So I asked him to switch over the deity from Bala Tripura Sundari to Rahu, which will be very, very helpful to him as a person. So this is a very important tool as far as the Dasha is concerned. Align with the Devata which is very, very there. Now there was a sadhu who was there who was doing all kinds of sadhana during the Saturn Dasha. He was worshipping the Bhairav. And unfortunately, what happened is he had the Mercury Dasha starting. He was unable to shift the Dasha. He had a lot of health issues, and then he crashed across. So therefore, please understand, according to the dasha, you should worship the devata in which you are doing. It helps you to have a better time across. Devata is like an app in the cell phone. If you press the app, it consumes the entire cell phone. It cross functions the cell phone. So that is very, very important across. The second one is align with that particular direction. If it is Venus, it is east. If it is moon, it is southeast. If it is Mars, it is south. And if it is Rahu, it is southwest. If it is west, then it is Saturn. If it is northwest, it is Ketu. And if it is Jupiter, it is supposed to be north, and northeast is supposed to be the Mercury. Whatever is your dasha, you align with a particular direction. You go to the temple to that particular direction, or you go towards that friend of that particular direction, which will be very, very helpful to you as a person. This will help you to have a better time. People don't know the valuableness of the direction. The direction in Indian terms is called Disha. Disha means direction. Your life direction will change if you change the way you connect with the direction. Most people have one or two directions in their life. They are unable to go beyond that particular direction in their life. But if the direction is wrong, if the direction is misplaced across, then they get into a lot of problem. So the first and the most important thing is you have to align with that particular direction, that particular dasha, which will be very, very helpful to you as a person. So the devata alignment, the direction alignment will make a huge difference into people's life across. Now this is a big problem for many people, as they have no idea about this particular alignment. They have a problem. People tend to use wrong devata, people tend to use the wrong direction, both gets into problem. For example, there was a guy who was having a problem with the work. I asked him, was he traveling in the southeast because his moon was weak? Yes, actually he was traveling in the southeast towards his work, and he was returning towards the northwest from his work across. He got into problem across. So the main issue, the main problem is the direction of the particular dasha will have an alignment. If you are having Shukra dasha, try to align towards the east, then more towards the west, which will be very, very helpful to you. 9 out of 10 people have no idea about the direction and no idea about the alignment of that particular direction. So this can be used by common people just knowing the dasha. If you are having a Rahu dasha, try to align with the southwest. Even if you cannot have, if you don't have any purpose, just simply travel towards the southwest and go. Simply travel towards the northwest if you are having Ketu dasha. Whatever is your the direction of the particular dasha, you can just travel across by going into that particular direction across. It can be just a walk, or taking a bike, or taking a car, or just doing a long distance travel. All this will be very, very helpful to you in the alignment of the dasha. Now, if the alignment of the dasha does not happen because you do not align with the devata, you do not align with the direction part of it, so that is the main problem with many people life across. So therefore, if you want your life to be better, you have to choose the right devata, you have to choose the right kind of direction across. The direction in which the dasha is indicated will give you a lot of idea about to go about. If you're having a problem, just walk in the direction. If you want a solution, just walk in that particular direction. You will be able to clear a lot of energy. people are misaligned as far as the directions are concerned. So that is one of the biggest problem in people's life. Direction plays such a crucial role, and if it is going to be on that particular dasha direction, then you can have a maximum impact into your life across. Now, there was a guy who was running the Mercury Bhukti, so I asked him to travel towards northeast consistently. He traveled for more than 12 times. He actually manifested a woman. He was in fact quite shocked. He said, I'm truly surprised such a technique exists across. Just walking the direction will be very helpful to me. Yes, it will be very helpful to you. I hope this video was helpful, and I can talk more and more this application of Vedic astrology in various ways. Thank you.